Okay, hello guys. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a multiple form application, kind of, sort of. It's basically a mix of my last 5 tutorials, so if you haven't watched those, I recommend that you go back and watch those so that you're not lost when I'm typing in this text. Because in this one, I'm not going to explain very much of what I've done, because it is, of course, my last videos. So if you want to really understand the C#, I recommend you go back to those tutorials. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up Visual Studio or C# Express Edition. And you're going to click on New Project. And then under the Visual C# tab, you're going to want to click on Windows Form Application. Now, of course, you can name this whatever you want. I'm going to name mine C# Master Tutorial Beginner. Now, what we have here is our first form. And we're going to double click on a button. And then we're going to scroll down and we're going to make a text box and then a second text box. Just kind of set those up on the form. Make sure make sure you leave room for a label. You know what you're gonna want to do next is add 2 labels. You're gonna name label 2. Sorry, I'm starting with label 2. You're gonna, oh my god, sorry. You're gonna want to name label 1 to username. Oh my god. Username. And then label 2, you're gonna want to name to password. And then you're gonna want to rename this button to login. And then you want to go over to the Solution Explorer. And you want to hit right click and then add and then new item. Scroll down until you find the Windows form. You can rename this whatever you want. I'm going to leave mine the same just because I can keep track of my forms. And you're going to double click on it. And then you're going to want to add a button. And then you're going to want to need to add 3 text boxes and then 3 labels. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Control C while we have the text box selected. And we're going to hit Control V, 1, 2 times. And basically what that does is it copies and pastes what you need. So just kind of resize this, and I'll show you why I made the little box so small in a second. And we're going to rename this button to Confirm. And we're going to go back over to the toolbox. I'm going to scroll up, and we're going to double click Label. And while Label is selected, we're going to hit Control C and Control V, Control V. Now we're just going to line these up and make sure they're on the pink line because that means it's aligned with the other object. And you're going to want to name label 1 to first name. And then you're going to want to rename label 2 to last name. And then what you're going to want to do next is rename label 3 to age. Now that's our second form. And we're going to go back over to the Solution Explorer and we're going to hit Add New Item. And we're going to add a third form. Once again, you can name it whatever you want. I'm just going to leave mine at default. And on this one, we're going to go back to form2.cs. And we're going to select everything and hit Control. And come over here. And we're going to paste it. Just kind of put it where you want. And then we're going to go to Picture Box and double click it. I'm just going to make one. Just kind of line it right up there. And then come over to your Properties panel and select an image for it. Once again, this is in my earlier tutorials. And you're going to go to My Pic, or not My, never mind. And then, now we have a picture. In my later tutorials, I will teach you how to make a option for people to upload their own pictures or whatnot. But once again, that's either going to be in the middles or the advanced, and middles is what's coming next. So just wait and see. Make sure you subscribe. Now with all that done, we're going to go back to Form 2, and we're going to double click on the button, and also we're going to double click on the form itself. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go under the public partial class, Form 2, form, and then squiggly thing, forgot what his name is. We're going to type public static text box TB equals new text box semicolon, and then we're going to select all that. We're going to control. Make sure you add the parentheses, open parentheses, close parentheses, sorry. And we're going to copy that now. We're going to hit Control V and then Control V. And we're going to rename the second TB to 2 and then the third TB to 3. Now basically what it's doing is it's creating a public instance of TextBox, which we can use all throughout any form, and then we're making a static, which means we want it to remember our text box. Now, under form2.load, sorry about this, for some reason it's acting up on me. Okay, anyways, under form2_load, what we're going to want to do is we're going to do TB is equal to textbox1, and then TB2 is equal to textbox2, semicolon, and then TB3 is equal to textbox3. Now basically what this is saying is the instance we created, we're assigning it to this certain text box. So say we were to create a 15th form, we could automatically come back here and use TB, TB2, and TB3 to fill in 3 fields on that last form. Now if you can already get the picture of what we're going to do, great. What we're going to do next is we're going to go over to form 3, and we're going to double click on it. And we're going to do string, change case equals form, form2 dot tb dot text semicolon, and then what you're going to do is you're going to want to highlight that and copy and paste it 2 times. I know, it's getting a little repetitive, isn't it? Anyways, we're going to add 2 to this one, and then 3 to this one, and we're going to add 2 to change case, and then 3 to change case. Now, what we're going to want to type is textbox1.text is equal to change case, semicolon, and then textbox2.text is equal to change case 2, semicolon, and then textbox3.text is equal to change case 3, semicolon. Now basically what this is saying is it's creating a string of change case, and it's calling upon TB and TB2 and TB3.text. Now if you remember, we made TB, TB2, and TB3 equal to what we typed in the text boxes in the second form, and this is the third form. Now, oh, sorry, that's a typo. Change case, and then so it's basically saying that you want the change case, which is what is in the second form text boxes, to be in the third form's text boxes .text. So I hope you all understood what I just said. There's really no other way I can explain it. That's basically what it's doing.